Good morning. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. Wednesday, August 23rd. Yes, it's Wednesday. Sorry. It seems like it should be Thursday already. It's been that kind of a week. Welcome to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK, and on this morning show, for the next 25 minutes, we look at the new releases of this week, genre by genre, mostly in mystery, romance, and fiction. Sci-fi fantasy. I don't do horror or middle grade or things like that. But there's a lot of books for us to look at. So let's get rid of my banner here. We're off to a good start. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, PK and everyone. Happy Wednesday. Another beautiful day on hand. Nice to start with books. Absolutely. Hi, Alicia. Good morning. Happy Wednesday to everybody. Everybody. All righty. I was just updating right before we started my word count. This is 1,000 page challenge week on Sarah the Bookish Knitter's channel. And I'm counting a lot of the pages that I was dabbling in other books, but also the two books that I started last night. So I would say I read about 184 185 pages, something like that, yesterday. So it's just a personal challenge. She does challenges of different increments. If you want to do 1,000, if you want to do 750, if you want to do 500, if you want to do 250, whatever page count you want to set your goal for this week. It's just a nice little extra kick to get you in that reading mode, in that zone. Okay, let us go here, and I already pre-set up. These are the fantasy books for this week. Not a whole lot. There's never a whole lot, so this part will go rather quickly. Let's make sure everybody can see what we're seeing. Okay. This one, Creeping Beauty by Andrea Portes, fantasy young adult. Bitsy is no one's ideal princess. She's heard it all, that it's a shame she's so plain, so lacking in grace. The best thing for her to do is simply wait and wait some more and hope some prince will grant her a happy ending. Then Bitsy pricks her finger on a spindle and falls down, 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 into a world where cutthroats and con artists are more common than curtsies, where no one ages and everyone is beautiful, where an inscrutable evil rests at its core. A land where Bitsy's fate and her future are solely in her own hands, and neither are what she expects. Looks like they've put together a couple tropes there. We looked at In Charm's Way, because that was a romance one. These are short stories by Garth Nix in the Master Fitz world. Sir Hereward and Mr. Fitz. Stories of the Witch Knight and the Puppet Sorcerer. The Sir Hereward, the only male child of an ancient society of witches, knight, artillerist, swordsman, mercenary for hire, ill-starred lover. Mr. Fitz, puppet sorcerer, lore master, practitioner of arcane arts, and wielder of sorceress needles. Sir Hereford and Mr. Fitz, godslayers, agents of the Council of the Treaty for the Safety of the World, charged with the location removal of listed extra-dimensional entities, more commonly known as gods. Together they are relentless travelers in a treacherous world of magic, gunpowder, and adventure. Compiled for the first time ever these 8 magical stories, etc. If you like that world, that sounds like a good addition. The Water Outlaws by S.L. Wang, fantasy novellas. In the Zhengzhou, you break the law to make it your own. Inspired by a classic of martial arts literature, the Water Outlaws are bandits of devastating ruthlessness, unseemly femininity, dangerous philosophies, and ungovernable gender who are ready to make history or tear it apart. Lin Chong is an expert arms instructor training the emperor's soldiers in sword and truncheon, battle axe and spear, lance and crossbow. Unlike bolder friends who flirt with challenging the unequal hierarchies and values of imperial society, she believes in keeping her head down and doing her job until a powerful man with a vendetta rips the carefully built life away. Disgraced, tattooed as a criminal, and on the run from an imperial marshal who will stop at nothing to see her dead, Lin Chong is recruited by the bandits of Liangshan, mountain outlaws in the margins of society, and Liangshan bandits proclaim a belief in justice for women, for the downtrodden, for progressive thinkers a corrupt empire would imprison or destroy. They're also murderers, thieves, smugglers, and cutthroats. Apart, they love like demons and fight like tigers. Together, they could bring down an empire. Those are nice covers. Thank y'all. All right, let's see if there's any sci-fi. I didn't think there was. Oh, two. The Blue Beautiful World by Karen Lord. As First Contact transforms the Earth, a group of gifted visionaries race to create a new future in this wondrous science fiction novel from the award-winning author of Blah. The world is changing, and humanity must change with it. Rising seas and soaring temperatures have radically transformed the face of the Earth. Meanwhile, Earth is being observed from afar by other civilizations, and now they are ready to make contact. Vying to prepare humanity for first contact are a group of dreamers and change makers, including Peter Hendricks, the genius inventor behind the most advanced VR tech, Carissa, a beloved celebrity icon with a passion for humanitarian work, and Kanoa, a member of a council of young people from around the globe drafted to reimagine the relationship between humankind and alien societies. And they may have an unexpected secret weapon. Owen, a pop megastar whose ability to connect with his adoring fans is more than charisma. He has a hidden talent that may be the key to uniting Earth as it looks towards the stars. But Owen's abilities are so unique that no one can control him, and so seductive that he cannot help but use them. Can he transcend his human limitations and find the freedom he has always dreamed of? Or is he doomed to become a dictator of his nightmares? That sounds very Gen Z. And the only First Contact story I accept is Star Trek First Contact movie where it happened in Bozeman, Montana. That's just fact. The Infinity Particle by Wendy Zhu. Comics graphic novels. Looks cute. Okay. Let's see what's going on in fiction. Which leaves us, if we get through these and some more of the cozies tomorrow, we can work on spy versus spy stuff. So that's why we're zipping through things. Claire North, House of Odysseus. On the Isle of Ithaca, Queen Penelope maintains a delicate balance of power. Many years ago, her husband Odysseus sailed to war with Troy and never came home. In his absence, Penelope uses all her cunning to keep the peace, a peace that is shattered by the return of Orestes, king of Mycenae, and his sister Electra. Orestes' hands are stained with his mother's blood. So, not long ago, the guilt not so long ago, the son of Agamemnon took Queen Clytemnestra's life on Ithaca's sands. Now racked with guilt, he is slowly losing his mind, but a king cannot be seen to be weak, and Electra has brought him to Ithaca to keep him safe from the ambitious men of Mycenae. Where's it Mycenae? Penelope knows destruction will follow in his wake as surely as the Furies circle him. His uncle Menelaus, the battle-hungry king of Sparta, longs for Orestes' throne, and if he conceives it, no one will be safe from his violent whims. Trapped between two mad kings, Penelope fights to keep her home from being crushed by a war that stretches from Mycenae and Sparta to the summit of Mount Olympus itself. Her only allies are Electra, desperate to protect her brother, and Helen of Troy, Menelaus' wife. And watching over them is the goddess Aphrodite, who has plans of her own. Each woman has a secret, and their secrets will shape the world. A retelling of myth. Not horrible. It's Not a Cult by Lauren Danhoff. Glinda Glass is truly trying her best. After dropping out of her graduate school program, she moves back to her childhood home with her mom, who has not only joined a cult, the Starlight Pioneer Society, but has also become enraptured by its charismatic and menacing leader, Arlen. Meanwhile, Glinda spends her days working in the Drench the Wench dunk booth at the local Renaissance fair with her only friend, Troy, who may be falling in love with her. When Glinda learns that the cult will be turning her family's home into their commune, she decides to take matters into her own hands by infiltrating the cult and taking it down from the inside. There, she realizes things are far more sinister than she could have ever imagined, and that she must get her mom out from under the spell of Arlen by any means necessary. But Glinda can't do it on her own. To save her mother, she'll have to confront her own history of trauma and grief and repair her relationships with her sisters and Troy, no matter the cost. Swim Home to the Vanished by Brendan Shea Basham. When the river swallowed Kai, Damien's little brother didn't die so much as vanish. As the unbearable loss settles deeper into his bones, Damien, a small town line cook, walks away from everything he has ever known. Heading as far south as his old truck and his legs allow, he lands in a fishing village beyond the reach of his past where he hopes he can finally forget. But the village has grief of its own. The same day that Damien arrives, a young woman from the community's most powerful family is being laid to rest. A stranger in town, Damien is the object of gossip and suspicion, ignored by all except the dead girl's mother, Anna Maria, who offers Damien a room and a job. Grateful for her kindness, Damien soon begins to fall under Anna Maria's charismatic spell. But how long can he resist the rumor swirling through town suggesting she might have had something to do with her daughter's death? Or denied the strange kinship with one of Anna Maria's surviving daughters, Marta, who knows too well the grief that follows the loss of a sibling, and who is driven by a fierce need for revenge. Swiftly, Damien finds himself caught in a power struggle between the Brujas, a whirlwind battle that threatens to sweep the whole village out to sea. And then it talks a little bit more. Swim Home to the Vanished. Year of Second Chances by Laura Avery. Robin Lindstrom spent her first year as a young widow cocooned in the safe haven of the Minnesota farmhouse she once shared with Gabe, the love of her life, the man she thought she'd be with till the end. But her world is turned upside down when she receives an email informing her that her late husband has enrolled in something called Flutter, a dating service. The app subscription lasts 12 months. Use it. Gabe's message from the grave reads, I don't like the thought of you being alone. If you won't do it for yourself, do it as a favor to me, please. After 12 months of pulling herself together, Robin's fragile equilibrium is knocked sideways. How could Gabe, of all people, be asking her to venture out into the murky waters of 21st century online dating? As her underemployed brother Theo points out, it's only a year, and it's what Gabe wanted. He set this all up to go into effect a year after his death, which means it was basically his last request. And so Robin tentatively takes steps to put herself out into the world once more, even if it means awkward outings at bowling alleys, club hopping with DJs she met online, and stammering conversations at dinner. Along the way, she's surprised to find herself meeting new people, trying new things, and even getting to know a new version of herself, because everyone deserves a second chance at love and loving life. Okay, that one sounds good. Depends on if the execution of it is up to snuff. Yeah, the ideas of them kind of sounded interesting to me, but that's about it. See, I'm hopping around on different tabs here trying to find where we were. Let's look at some more cozy mysteries for the rest of the time here. And again, that frees us up tomorrow to do more spy versus spy. And I just wanted to make sure that I had my phone with me so that when the alarm goes off, I'm able to turn it off. Coffee is required. Just a moment. I hope you have your coffee or drink of choice. Okay. I think we were at this place. These are ones that were released yesterday. Yeah, I'm more of I'm not really a straight fiction kind of gal. I need a quest. I need solve the crime, get the girl, save the kingdom or world kind of person. Those angsty fiction ones, I sometimes dabble into what you could call women's fiction kind of things, but all right. Anchors and Abduction by Cindy Bell. That author sounds familiar. This is book number 26, but they're shorter books. It's only 162 pages. And it has a dog on the cover. That's cute. Susie and Mary are shocked to learn that someone has been abducted in Garber, but they have little time to think about it as there's an influx of new guests who are there to report on, investigate the crime, and try to free the hostage. Something went weird in that sentence. Probably me reading it. Then another mystery is added to the mix when one of their guests is found murdered. Is the murder related to the kidnapping? If so, how? Susie and Mary can't help but do a little snooping. With their lovable lab pilot by their side, they are determined to get to the truth. But that is turning out to be a lot more complicated than they anticipated. The victim was a cutthroat reporter, and they are quick to discover a long list of suspects and clues. Susie and Mary head straight toward a whole lot of trouble. Will they be able to solve the mysteries before they become the next victims? They've been doing this for 26 books. I think they can. But it's the journey. Mugshots of Manhattan. That's kind of a cute cover. Second in series. Ah, and that's by Kristen Brecker. Liv Spires hits the big time when she lands a photography assignment with Grammy Award-winning pop star, the one and only Bisa. A huge fan, Liv is extra thrilled that her new boyfriend, Harry, will join her at the glamorous premiere of Bisa's debut movie. But when the music icon's estranged sister Anna threatens to turn photo ops into PR disasters during Bisa's parties and pop-up concerts, Liv finds that the star-studded world she's joined is filled with images she'd rather delete, especially when Anna winds up dead. Bisa's inner circle has secrets Liv must expose before she can bring the right mugshot to the police. And while Harry has a mystery of his own to solve, the two must navigate glossy stories that can be canceled in a snap before the killer strikes again. A Gentleman Fallen on Hard Times. I'm familiar. This series is on my radar, if I remember. No? It's first in a series. It says it came out July 9th, though. Maybe they just found out about it. Inquiring minds want to know. I think it just looks bigger in the screen. Adds 10 pounds, right? A Gentleman Fallen on Hard Times, The Lord Julian Mysteries by Grace Burrows. A man dwelling in darkness. Lord Julian Caldecott has come home from the war in ragged health and with a reputation in tatters. All he wants is to recuperate in private without bringing any further scandal on the family's good name. His godmother inveigles him into serving as her escort to a rural house party, whereupon circumstances conspire to prevent Julian from resuming his reclusive existence. Must shine the light of truth on a dangerous deception. Julian becomes the subject of rumors, lies, and whispers, and soon he's faced with a choice. Wage one more battle for honor's sake, or be branded a traitor to all that he holds dear. He will enlist unlikely allies, face old demons, and vex every other guest on the premises, but he will not stop until he's brought a criminal to justice or die trying. Sounds intriguing. And being historically looked at bored to death. 9 Lives and Alibis by Kate Conte, 7th in series. It's October in Daybreak Harbor, which means everything Halloween, and in the book world. The town is going all out for the holiday, hoping to one-up the festivities in neighboring Salem, Massachusetts, and Maddie James is delighted to be part of the planning for the annual happenings. But trouble brews. Let's get but trouble brews when Maddie's youngest sister Sam books a famous medium, Balfour Dempsey, to come to town for the celebrations and stay in the local haunted inn along with his equally famous black cat. The town busybody books a secret reading with Balfour and doesn't want anyone to know why. Maddie's best friend Becky is hell-bent on getting Balfour to help her solve two 40-year-old mysteries, a murder and a missing maid. And the psychic has a stalker who's following him here to the island, demanding he connect with her dead husband. When Balfour is pushed off the cliffs behind the inn to his death and his beloved cat goes missing, it throws the whole town into a frenzy, and Maddie and her family find themselves in the middle of a murder mystery straight out of a Halloween movie. Cover's cute, very fall. Murder in the Bookshop by Anita Davison. Sorry, getting rid of some extra tabs here. And it's Kindle Unlimited. 1915 London. Working in the dusty bookshop that her Aunt Violet mysteriously inherited, Hannah Merrill is accustomed to finding twists in every tale, but discovering her beloved best friend Lily Ann with a paper knife through her heart in the middle of the bookshop is not a plot line she saw coming. The case is anything but textbook. With the discovery of a coded German message and Hannah's instinct that Lily Ann's husband is keeping secrets, she determines to get to the bottom of it. She can't do it alone, though. To crack this case, Hannah will need to enlist the help of her outrageous, opinionated, only occasionally objectionable Aunt Violet. They think they're making progress until one of their chief suspects is found dead, and Hannah realizes that she is herself now in the murderer's sights. Will the final chapter be the ending of a killer or just a killer ending? I love historicals. I don't know if that's putting it together for me. Alrighty. Well, the bell went, which means gotta wrap things up here. I've heard of the Cat Cafe. I think I have too. I like the cover, very fallish. Yeah, so I'm ready for fall for sure. Of course, if you are doing the scavenger hunts on Killer Cozies, any of these new releases would count for the first prompt, a new release this year. So be on the lookout. Okay, well, it's Wednesday, so we're going to have sprints tonight at 6:05 p.m. Mountain Time, 8:05 Eastern. So if you want to bring your book, bring your project, or just meditate, listen to some nice ambient sounds, close your eyes, rest from the day, whatever you want to do. We'll do that for 2.5 hours tonight. Tomorrow we'll be back for morning show at 6 a.m., 8 a.m. Eastern, and we'll look at spy versus spy options, spy versus spy September options. So that will also be good. I found a new one yesterday that was intriguing to me. So we'll talk about that too. Um, I like the Murder in the Bookshop. You know, they get me. There's like keywords that get me. You know, bookshop, librarian, things like that. Cold cases get me. You know, that first hook that makes me go, "Ooh, what's this?" So yes. I hope you guys have a very good Wednesday. Thank you so much for showing up or watching this later. I appreciate this so much. If you like it, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and hit the notification bell because you never know when we will spontaneously do sprints. So you want to get notified of that. And hope you're reading good things today. And as the banner here says, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom, nom, nom. I hope you guys will show up later. Have a wonderful day, full of fun and laughter, even at work. Yeah. See you later. Thanks again for all this. You betcha. And everybody, have an awesome Wednesday. You too. See you later. God bless.